With every creative mind is a tincture of madness. Sometimes you may see me shimmy belt dancing, gym wear, do my fitness, and sometimes creating vlogs and writing, creating content, but creating content plasters over the power of creativity, because that title makes you just think of internet and algorithms and followers and all of that. But actually, I create because some days I'm not well, some days I am well, some days I think I'm well and I'm not, and other months I think I'm super hyper and highly productive, and then I realised that I was really poorly and creating my best work or my worst work when I look back, whether it be in clothes, vlogs, writing, life, whatever I create, because that's the only way some days I can even breathe. And people like to put me into boxes, and I was born with a loving heart and a smile and far from perfect, but given the gift of diversity and the gift of pain and knowing the darkest pain, and also some of the best moments as well. And then some days I'm really not well, and the only way I keep going is creating, and I just sometimes have to create and run, or not create my stuff, or just create and just have it there. I've got that much written, unpublished stuff, made vlogs, because some days I can't speak, so I write. Other days I can't write or talk to humans, so I vlog. So I just have to create. And I was talking to someone from College of Medicine the other day, because they were talking about the power of social prescribing, for Social Prescribing Day, and being prescribed. I did have to ask what social prescribing was. I do confess, massive imposter syndrome, because I was like, oh, I've heard the term and I can't think what it is, but that's basically me, is being like led into doing my creativity during my challenging times, not always just plastered with medication. I'm not anti-medication at all, but then sometimes I know that this craziness in my brain just needs to create or write, because I can't breathe, I can't function, I can't always make sense, and I can't always feel in the world, because it's a gift, and at times it feels like a curse when you have my brain, because you're like this flower in the wind, and you have these petals that are just like perfectly put on, but then so fragile, and there's some kind of strength in there which comes out in my fire and my passion, but then an absolute fragility when the wind or the cold air gets me, and to the burn to my heart, even the whiff of someone else not smiling back at me at times feels like I'm in pain, because I was born with a smile, through trauma, through the good times, through the bad. I wasn't born with this cheap eyeliner. But even that sticks on me through the good and the bad. And the one thing that I can turn to sometimes is creating, and it doesn't always make sense. It's not always the best work, it's not always the best vlogs, it's not always my best moments, it's not always moments I'm proud of, it's not my best dancing, it's not my best breathing or being or anything. But that's because I just have to create, and some days I think people can't understand you. That's why we probably understand artists and stuff. I don't ever call myself an artist, but I guess I just use dance and writing and vlogging as an expression. But some days, and often, I don't even feel on the world. I just either feel really high, flying away from it, or then really low, trapped into the car and the fire of it. And I was still given this gift of creativity and fitness, of a smile, of this voice. And I guess often I am a wounded lioness, and often that comes out in good ways, often that comes out in bad ways. But I know that the only way I've managed is through too much work on my self, almost trying to judge all the time myself, harm myself for the fire of the world. And then sometimes the only way I can cope with the pain, because I am this flower, this wild, noisy flower who's so fragile and so sensitive, that can just blow off in the wind, and people don't always understand me, so I create. And as my psychiatrist said, sometimes my words are like kites in the wind. They're all over the place, and often my words are written or in a train track. It's why I love writing, but then sometimes it hurts my brain because I'm trying to put it into a linear structure. But some days I'm just really not well, like really not well. So I guess I'm just creating, and this is the beauty and the pain of creativity and craziness, as a way of healing, of being, of surviving.